And the sons of Israel set out and encamped on the west of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho. And when Balak son of Ziphor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorite, also Moab feared the people very much, because they were many. And Moab was vexed because of the presence of Israel's sons. And Moab said to the council of elders of Midian, Now this gathering will lick up all those who are around us, as the bull calf might lick up the greenery of the plain. And Balak son of Ziphor was king of Moab at that time. And he sent ambassadors to Balaam son of Beor of Pethora, which is on the river of the land of his people's sons, to call him, saying, Behold, a people has come out of Egypt, and behold, it has covered the sight of the earth, and it is lying in wait next to me. And now come, curse for me this people, since it is stronger than we are, if we may be able to strike some of them, and I will cast them out from the land. For I know that whomever you bless are blessed, and whomever you curse are cursed. And the council of elders of Moab went, and the council of elders of Midian, and the instruments of divination were in their hands. And they came to Balaam, and said to him the words of Balak. And he said to them, Lodge here tonight, and I will answer you matters the Lord may speak to me. And the rulers of Moab stayed with Balaam. And God came to Balaam and said to him, What are these people with you? And Balaam said to God, Balak, son of Ziphor, king of Moab, sent them to me, saying, Behold, a people has come out of Egypt, and behold, it has covered the sight of the earth, and it is lying in wait next to me. And now come, curse it for me, if indeed I shall be able to strike it, and I will cast it out from the land. And God said to Balaam, You shall not go with them, nor shall you curse the people, for it is blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and said to the rulers of Balak, Run off to your master. God does not permit me to go with you. And the rulers of Moab arose and went to Balak and said, Balaam does not want to go with us. And Balak added again to send rulers, more numerous and more distinguished than these. And they came to Balaam and said to him, This is what Balak son of Ziphor says, I beg you, do not hesitate to come to me, for I will honor you honorably, and whatever things you say I will do for you. And come, curse for me this people. And Balaam answered and said to the rulers of Balak, If Balak gives me his house full of silver and gold, I shall not be able to transgress the word of the Lord God to do it, whether small or great in my mind. And now remain here you too this night, and I will know what the Lord will add to speak to me. And God came to Balaam by night and said to him, If these people are here to call you, rise up and follow them. But the word that I speak to you, this you shall do. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and went with the rulers of Moab. And God was angry with wrath, because he went, and the angel of the Lord rose up to oppose him. And he himself was sitting on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. And when the donkey saw the angel of God standing opposed in the road, and the sword drawn in his hand, then the donkey turned away from the road, and kept going into the plain. And he struck the donkey with his rod to direct it in the road. And the angel of God stood in the furrows of the vineyards, a fence here and a fence there. And when the donkey saw the angel of God, it pressed itself against the wall and squeezed Balaam's foot, and he added to whip it again. And the angel of God proceeded, and went on and stood still in a narrow place, in which it was not possible to turn right or left. And when the donkey saw the angel of God, it settled down under Balaam, and Balaam was angered, and kept beating the donkey with the rod. And God opened the mouth of the donkey, and it said to Balaam, What have I done to you, that you have struck me this 3rd time? And Balaam said to the donkey, Because you have mocked me, and if I had a dagger in my hand, I would already have stabbed you. And the donkey says to Balaam, Am I not your donkey, on which you would ride from your youth to this very day? Disregarding with disregard, I have not done so to you, have I? And he said, No. Now God uncovered the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of God standing opposed in the road, and the dagger drawn in his hand. And he bowed down and did obeisance to his face. And the angel of God said to him, Why have you struck your donkey this 3rd time? And behold, I came out to oppose you, because your way was not pretty before me. And when the donkey saw me, It turned away from me this third time. And if it had not turned away, now surely I would have killed you, but kept it alive. And Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I did not understand that you stood opposed to me on the road for a meeting. And now, if it is not pleasing to you, I will turn back. And the angel of God said to Balaam, Go with the men, but the word that I say to you, this you shall take heed to speak. And Balaam went with the rulers of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam had come, he went out to meet him, to a city of Moab, which is on the borders of Arnon, which is on the edge of the borders. And Balak said to Balaam, Did I not send to you to call you? Why did you not come to me? Really, shall I not be able to honor you? And Balaam said to Balak, Behold, I have come to you. Shall I now be able to speak anything? The word that God puts into my mouth, this I shall speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came to cities of quarters. And Balak sacrificed sheep and calves, and sent them to Balaam, and to the rulers who were with him. And it became morning, and Balak took along Balaam, and brought him up to the stele of Baal, and he showed him from there a part of the people. And Balaam said to Balak, Build for me here 7 altars, and prepare for me here 7 calves and 7 rams. And Balak did in the manner Balaam told him. And Balak and Balaam offered up a calf and a ram on the altar. And Balaam said to Balak, Stand beside your sacrifice, but as for me I will go, if God will appear to me in a meeting. And whatever word he shows me I will report to you. And Balak stood beside his sacrifice, and Balaam went to inquire of God, and he went straight ahead. And God appeared to Balaam, and Balaam said to him, I prepared the 7 altars, and I brought up a calf and a ram on the altar. And God put a word into Balaam's mouth, and said, When you return to Balak, thus you shall speak. And he returned to him, and the latter stood over his whole burnt offerings, and all the rulers of Moab with him. And a divine spirit was upon him, and he took up his parable and said, Out of Mesopotamia Balak sent for me, Moab's king from mountains on the east, saying, Come, curse Jacob for me, and come, call down curses upon Israel for me. How shall I curse whom the Lord does not curse? Or how shall I call down curses on whom the Lord does not call down curses? For from atop of mountains I shall see him, and from hills I shall observe him. Behold, a people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among nations. Who has accurately counted the offspring of Jacob, and who shall number Israel's divisions? May my soul die among souls of righteous ones, and may my offspring be as their offspring. And Balak said to Balaam, What have you done to me? For cursing my enemies have I called you, and behold, you have blessed them with a blessing. And Balaam said to Balak, No, as much as God puts into my mouth, shall I beware of speaking it. And Balak said to him, Come yet with me to another place, from there where you shall not see it. Rather, some part of it you shall see, but all you shall not see, and curse it for me from there. And he took him to a lookout place of a field, on the top of hewn. And he built there 7 altars, and brought up a calf and a ram on the altar. And Balaam said to Balak, Stand beside your sacrifice, but I will go to inquire of God. And God met with Balaam, and he put a word into his mouth, and said, Turn back to Balak, and this is what you shall speak. And he turned back to him, and the latter stood beside his whole burnt offering, and all the rulers of Moab with him. And Balak said to him, What did the Lord speak? And he took up his parable and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear. Give ear as a witness, O son of Ziphor. God is not to be put upon like man, nor is he to be threatened like a son of man. When he himself has said, shall he not do? Shall he speak and not make good? Behold, I have been taken hold of to bless. I will bless, and I will not turn away. There shall be no trouble in Jacob, nor shall hardship be seen in Israel. The Lord his God is with him. The glories of rulers are in him. God was the one who brought them out of Egypt. Like a unicorn's glory he was to him. For there is no omen in Jacob, nor divination in Israel. Opportunely it shall be told to Jacob and to Israel, what God shall accomplish. Behold, a people shall rise up like a whelp, and shall bear itself proudly like a lion. It will not lie down until it eats prey, and it will drink blood of mortally wounded. And Balak said to Balaam, You shall neither curse them with curses for me, nor when blessing shall you bless them. And Balaam answered and said to Balak, Did I not speak to you, saying, The word that God speaks, this I shall do? And Balak said to Balaam, Come, let me take you to another place, if it shall please God, and curse it for me from there. And Balak took Balaam to the top of Fogor, which extends into the wilderness. And Balaam said to Balak, Build for me here 7 altars, and prepare for me here 7 calves and 7 rams. And Balak did just as Balaam told him, and he offered a calf and a ram on the altar. And when Balaam saw that it was good before the Lord to bless Israel, he did not go, according to his custom, to meet the omens, but turned his face toward the wilderness. And when Balaam raised his eyes, he looked down upon Israel encamped tribe by tribe. And a divine spirit came upon him, and he took up his parable and said, Says Balaam, son of Beor, says the man who truly sees, says one who hears divine oracles, who saw a divine vision, in sleep when his eyes had been uncovered. How beautiful are your dwellings, O Jacob, your tents, O Israel, like wooded valleys giving shade, and like orchards by rivers, and like tents that the Lord pitched, like cedar trees beside waters. A person will come forth from his offspring, and he shall rule over many nations, and reign of him shall be exalted beyond Gog, and his reign shall be increased. A God guided him out of Egypt, like a unicorn's glory he was to him. He shall devour his enemies' nations, and demarrow their stoutness, and shall shoot down an enemy with his missiles. He lay down and rested like a lion and like a whelp. Who will raise him up? Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed are those who curse you. And Balak became infuriated with Balaam, and he clapped his hands together. And Balak said to Balaam, I have summoned you here to curse my enemy, and behold, in blessing you have blessed him this 3rd time. Now then, be off to your place. I said I will honor you, but now the Lord has deprived you of glory. And Balaam said to Balak, No, even to your messengers whom you sent to me I spoke, saying, If Balak gives me his house full of silver and gold, I will not be able to transgress the word of the Lord to do it, bad or good, of my own accord. Whatever God says, that I will speak. And now behold, I am going off to my place. Come, let me advise you what this people will do to your people at the end of days. And he took up his parable and said, Says Balaam, son of Beor, says the man who truly sees, one who hears divine oracles, one who understands knowledge of the Most High, and one who sees a divine vision, in sleep when his eyes had been uncovered. I will point to him, and not now. I deem him happy, but he is not at hand. A star shall dawn out of Jacob, and a person shall rise out of Israel. And he shall crush the chiefs of Moab, and he shall plunder all Seth's sons. And Edom will be an inheritance, and Esau his enemy will be an inheritance. And Israel acted with strength. And one shall arise out of Jacob, and he shall destroy one being saved from a city. And when he saw Amalek, and took up his parable, he said, Rule of nations is Amalek, but their offspring will perish. And when he saw the Kenite, and took up his parable, he said, Strong is your dwelling place, even if you set your nest in a rock. Even if a nest of cleverness accrues to Beor, Assyrians shall take you away captive. And when he saw Og, and took up his parable, he said, Alas, alas, who shall live when God ordains these things? And one shall go forth from the hand of Kittians, and they shall harm Assur, and they shall harm Ebrians, and they too shall perish together. And Balaam got up, and went away as he returned to his place. Balak too went home.